My name is Genesis and welcome to this week's Royal Roundup.
Recently, we came upon Mr. Beckman's class learning a fun but important lesson in the school hallway.
So you're going to throw that as hard as you can, and you got to get it all the way down to the end. On your mark, get set, go. Hard as you can.
What is that? What is that?
Can I throw a rock?
Hard as you can. Go, ready?
Not like that.
Hands up, right? My turn. This is a marble. Just a little marble. You ready? My turn. How come the tennis ball doesn't get there, but the marble does?
Oh, because the marble's rolling.
Well, they both roll.
Oh,
Marble's more heavy. The marble's way lighter. That's 5 grams, and this is 30 grams. It's more bouncy. So you think it's the bounce? Anybody want to try this ball bearing? Me.
Yeah.
Who hasn't gone yet? Who hasn't done something? All right, take this nice little metal ball bearing and just roll it right, not hard, just roll it right down the middle. It's got to be down the middle. That's what we're talking about. That's a good throw right there. It's going to go further than anybody else's tennis ball. You barely rolled it. That was further than that, all the way to the end. You believe that? And you just barely rolled it.
Why does the marble or a ball bearing travel further than a tennis ball, even with the tennis ball is thrown with more force?
My turn.
So the answer is friction, is the answer.
The answer is friction. Friction is a force that holds back the movement of a sliding object. The larger and soft textured tennis ball faces more friction.
My favorite community project was the dog blankets.
Cars, sustainable car fuel.
The endangered animals.
And you had to take a survey, and it asked, like, how many people do you think are homeless? And it was a lot of people. It was more than a million.
Probably the plant a tree one. The whole concept was really great with the whole helping the environment.
Some people in my class, or like home base, did one about kindness. That was pretty cool.
I like the one with where they went and helped people mow the lawns and shovel snow.
I like the plant a tree one, and I'm a major advocate of people not littering and no pollution, and that one I really appreciated also.
A community project about the bees, because if the bees die, then the earth dies, and I don't want that to have happen, so.
The culture one, because the culture, when you think about culture, like you think about your culture and you think about what's important in your culture and why is it important to you. So I think that's very important to know.
Hello, it's Elise.
Zach.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Abby.
I'm Edgar.
And we're from North Speaks Out.
So some of you may be wondering, what is North Speaks Out? Well, we're a community engagement group that meets together and talks about issues in our community.
Some of the things that we discuss include climate change, gun control, other current issues, and things that affect the student body.
Things we've done at North Speaks Out include we've changed the dress code, we made the water fountains more accessible for taller people and for people with wheelchairs. We've gone on field trips, and currently we are working on placing solar panels on numerous schools in the district and on Wayzata schools, so you may see that in the future.
Hi, we're 9th graders, and since we won't be here next year, we'd like the majority of you to keep the group North Speaks Out going in our legacy.
North Speaks Out meets every A-Day win, and our advisor is Ms. Smishek.
North Speaks Out is a pretty cool group.
And we hope to see you soon.
On April 16th, North Virginia High gathered for the annual Staff vs. Students basketball game.
Hey, this is Alex. I just want to talk about a book that I recently read. It's called True Legend by Mike Lupica. It has a lot of good messages, and if you're a hooper or an athlete, or even if you're just interested in something and have a passion, I think it's an inspiring book, and it also has a lot of good lessons to learn in it about your friends, finding yourself, and also helping other people find themselves as well. The main character throughout the book acts a certain way, and then all of a sudden he kind of realizes that if he changes, he can make a more positive outcome of his life, and I think that spoke to me because it's what I think a lot of you kids can do as well with your lives. If you are interested in reading this book, we do have 30 free copies in the library, so please come and go check it out. It's an amazing book. Thank you.
Did you know we have a synchronized swimming team?
Well, we do, and we need you. On Saturday at 11 o'clock, we have a show here at North, and you can see all of our routines that we've been working really hard on, and you can come cheer us on. It's $5 for students and $8 for adults.
You actually don't need to be flexible, or you don't even need to be able to know how to swim.
We're losing 7 people at the end of this year, and so sign up next year.
You should join synchronized swimming. If you're flexible and you like swimming, then you should totally join because it's super fun, and the friends and family that you make is irreplaceable.
Join Synchro, the clock is ticking.
Next week's Connect 2 question is, what are your personal superstitions and why?
The Web Leader program is a really good program. We all did it this year, and I highly suggest it. It feels really good helping all the 7th graders come into the school this year.
WEB stands for Where Everybody Belongs, and we all decided to do it because we all thought it would be a good road for leadership.
Web Leaders allowed me to feel like a leader in my home base and allowed me to make friends all throughout the grades.
I think that all 8th graders should really consider being a web leader when they're a 9th grader because it's a really good feeling and a really great experience.
Last 2 days of summer, you get to train for web leading, and you get to be with all your friends that are web leading with you, and you do a bunch of different activities that you're going to do during the year with the 7th graders, and it's super fun.
Every few months, us web leaders are signed up for a WIN session. We learn new activities that we will eventually perform with our 7th graders during home base.
If you like to be a leader, I highly suggest being a web leader, and even if you don't, you can learn how to be a leader.
Being a web leader helps you get lots of leadership skills that you can use later on in your life.
Sign up to be a web leader.
It's not, we want kids with good grades, obviously. We want kids that are in sports, but we're looking for really leaders in the building. And so anybody that feels like they can bridge social groups and make everybody feel like they belong, that's what WEB stands for, is where everybody belongs. We definitely want all those types of people.
That's it for this week's Royal Roundup. Have a great week and see you next time.